I've lost 180 pounds with a combination of carnivore, keto, and counting calories. I reached my goal in November of 2022. Right now, I'm doing an experiment with being carnivore-ish and counting calories. If you want to see the results, stick around and subscribe, and we can see how it goes. Don't forget to click the like button. Okay, good morning. This is a random weight check. Today is, hang on, what is today? Wednesday. Today's Wednesday the 25th. So that is my weight check this morning. My lowest was 158. Good morning. I'm at work super early. I just can't stay at the house after I get ready. Baxter will just paw at me. I know he's a Great Pyrenees and they're guard dogs, but I know he's got something else in him. He's a mix, but I think he might have maybe some border collie or something because I'll be here, and if he wants me to go this way, he's just kind of pushing me, and he takes his little feet and they kind of paws at me to get me going. He's such a little stinker. So anyway, it's 7 o'clock and I'm at work. But anyway, that's beside the point. So I'm definitely feeling better than I did yesterday evening. I don't know. I think I still got a little bit of the creeping crud going on. So it makes me a little on the tired side. But, so I want to talk to y'all about my scale. So I did keto. So just a real quick recap of my story. I lost 26 pounds doing keto for the first 2 months. And really it was more following recipes that I had found online. And then after that, I did 22 months of carnivore. Now, let me see, because I think it was 7 months, so 22 minus 7. Okay, so in the first 15 months, I lost 60-something pounds. And so in doing carnivore. And at that time, I was following Kelly Hogan and exactly what she did, and she ate about 2 pounds, or she ate 8 burger patties a day. That's at that time what she was eating every day. So then I hit a stall for the last 7 months, and then I switched over to keto and learning about counting calories with Kim Howerton, watching her and learning from her, and keto and counting calories. And then I lost another 90 something pounds. So that's been my 180-pound journey. Well, the first go around when so I guess, hang on, 158 plus 90. So when I was around, I'm just going to say around 250. It was when I was around size 250 pounds is whenever I shifted over to keto and counting calories. So I was counting calories, and I started around 1,800 calories. Not saying anybody else should. I'm just telling you what I did. About 1,800 calories, and I would eat, and then I would just eat what I ate. And then when my scale stalled for about 4 to 6 weeks, I lowered my calories about 100, 150. And then tootled along eating that. And then when my scale stalled 4 to 6 weeks, I lowered it again. So when at my lowest, I was around 1,200 calories for maybe a month or so, but I didn't feel good, so I went back up to 400. So, but when I reached my goal, while I was doing keto, I was 1,400 calories every day. Sometimes maybe a little less, just because I was like wanting to get there. So anyway, so around 1,400 calories, and that is how I lost the weight the first go around. So, and the reason why I switched to keto was because at that time they said you cannot count calories and do carnivore. It was blasphemy. And they've changed their mind since then, and that's great. But back then they didn't. So I thought to myself for this, because I was up about 8-10 pounds, and I said, well, what if I experiment with carnivore and counting calories and see at what point my body will lose weight while counting calories. And so I totally understand I'm not true carnivore because I have the sauces. Dirty carnivore, carnivore-ish, whatever you want to call me. Ketovore, I don't really care what you call me. Call me what you want to call me. But the bulk of what I eat is meat. And so what I wanted to find out was, how low of calories do I need to go while eating this way to lose weight? And so I think I started at 1700-ish calories. And so right now I'm still 1750, 1800 calories, somewhere around there. And you see my macros every day. And so, because I eat the same thing every day, so I really don't have to change much. I eat 3 burgers with some dipping sauce for breakfast, lunches, supper, yeah, so 2 meals a day. My breakfast is just my coffee, just plain coffee. No, it's got some flavoring and some cream in it, but no protein or anything like that. So I have my morning coffee in the mornings, and then around 10:30 I eat my 3 burgers and the dipping sauce with some onions, and then around 4:35, as soon as I get home, I'm feeding the dogs and then I'm eating. Then I eat my 3 burgers, sometimes dipping sauce, sometimes something else, whatever it is I do. So you're seeing what I'm eating. So I'm eating 6 burgers a day plus some kind of dipping, and on top of that I'm eating my protein shake. My frozen protein shake, and that's usually around 110, anywhere from 110 to 130 calories. So that does change depending on which shake I'm using, and whether it's the keto chow only or keto chow and the equip or different flavors of keto chow. So that frozen protein shake, those calories and macros change from day to day. So anyway, all this to say is, right now I'm eating 1700-ish calories, and while doing mostly meat. But when I was keto and having some salad and some vegetables, now I was not eating fruit on my way down. I only added fruit in the maintenance phase. But while I was on my way down, I was 1400 calories. And so with vegetables, well, here I am, 1700, and you see what I'm eating. So, does it matter? I don't know. Could I have stayed 1700 and ate the way I ate with keto and continued losing if I was patient enough? I don't know. So, this personal experiment right now is to see what is going to happen. What if I eat 1700 calories of carnivore, I'm just going to say carnivore. You can call it whatever you want to. If I eat 1700 calories of carnivore for a long time, at what point will my body say, okay, this is our homeostasis for this many calories? You know what I mean? Because I'm very curious listen, when you are on your journey of losing weight, you have to find things to keep you interested in your weight loss. Just wanting to be skinny is not enough. Just wanting to get off the CPAP is not enough. Just wanting to get off blood pressures is not enough to keep you motivated for the long term. So I personally have to find things to entertain my brain along the way, or else I'm going to get bored and I'm going to go back to eating junk. And we all know what will happen if I do that. I'll be back to 350 pounds real fast. So for me, I have to find things to entertain myself. I have to change things up and make things new and do different patterns from time to time. So this right now, this little experiment is keeping my brain engaged with eating healthy. I also know in a couple months I'm going to be going to my sister's house, where it's going to be no control whatsoever. I'm going to be under her roof. I will make some burgers, but I'll be at the mercy of whatever she's got in her house. So I know she eats cereal a lot, and I'm not saying I will eat that, but those are going to be the kinds of things they eat. They eat yogurt. She eats a lot of veggies. So if I right now can stay as good as I can, or as good as, then that whenever I come back, I'm going to have to detox from whatever I do there. So, if I can make this experiment and just kind of play around with it, especially going into the holidays, it's going to make it easier for me to detox. So from then, and then detox from Thanksgiving, and then detox from when the family's in town at Christmas. So I know a lot of you all have said, why do you eat the same thing? Because it's what keeps me on track. But then I also have people who say, girl, we don't follow you because of what you eat, or because of, you're making some cool foods. They say, because you eat the same thing all the time. We are a community, you and I. So anyway, I just wanted to talk to you all that this experiment right now is more about what can I do with the 1,700 calories and carnivore eating. At what point is my scale going to totally stall? And so I'm just kind of curious to see where it takes me, because like I told you all in the past, for my height, I'm 5'4". In theory, I should be 145 pounds. I think it's 145, and then I will not be considered overweight. I'm not saying I'm going to get there. I'm just experimenting, because again, you have to stay engaged or you're going to get bored. You have to figure out on your journey what's going to keep your brain engaged. And so I'm not hungry, so it's not that, I'm like, oh, I'm starving. Yeah, I get hungry, before I eat my first meal, of course. But I'm not starving all day like I did on Weight Watchers and stuff. So anyway, I just want to talk to y'all a little bit about this experiment and what's going on and why and how and all that good stuff. So, all right. But either way, my scale this morning is the lowest it's been. I got to 150 when I was 18 years old. I was doing, my alarm's gonna go off in a minute. I I was doing Nutrisystem. I was, I think, 200 and something pounds. No, I think I was 180 pounds in high school, and I did Nutrisystem, and I got down to 150 when I was 18, and I've never been back to 150 since then. So I got to 200. And I think I've gotten to 175 before, but never back to 150 since I was 18. So anyway, just to give you context. So, we'll see how things go and where this takes me. But yeah, I'm just playing around with 1,700 calories. Even if you go to the doctor and, they put you on a diet, they put you on a 1,600, 1,200 calorie diet. So it's not like 1,700 calories is like low for my size. You know what I mean? So anyway, just going to keep experimenting. But I just wanted to have a chat with you all. And like I said, this is my morning coffee. It is just, I run my Keurig coffee, the pod. I run it through twice. And I use one pod twice. And I have 4 pumps of one of my coffee flavorings. And then I have 1 teaspoon of powdered, no sugar added powdered creamer, and then a tablespoon of my chocolate electrolytes. So it's the same thing I've been having all along, so that's no change. All right, I'll see you guys when I eat. Bye. Barbara, thank you for my coffee. I got the email. I think you did it last night, but I was in bed early. Thank you so much for my coffee. It says from Silver Lace Treasures. Do you have a YouTube channel that you do? Because I'm all about finding out people's YouTube channels. But anyway, thank you so much for the coffee, Barbara. I'm going to put you on my wall when I get home. So hopefully Editing Terri will stop editing and add you up to the wall. It might be in the next video depending on what Editing Terri does. Sometimes she's a little flighty. But thank you so much for the coffee, Barbara. I really, really appreciate it because I love my coffee. Thank you. Barbara, I got you on my wall. 1, 2, 3, 4 cabinets. My 4th cabinet of gratitude right there. Thank you, Barbara, so much. Question. I've talked to y'all about how I use cooked meat versus raw meat. And I know I've watched Kelly Hogan, and she tried to explain how she gets her macros for her burgers, because she will cook them in her air fryer, and then she plugs them into her carb tracker. And somehow she gets her macros for a cooked burger. And she had to do some kind of plugging in and researching and checking. Y'all know I ain't into science. So I know some of y'all are good with science and math and stuff, but it's like, wow. So my question is, so, and like I said, I don't really, it's not that serious, but I'm just curious. Like, so I know she doesn't let her burger soak in the juice. She cooks it out and then she gets a different calories and different macros than what was in what's on the package. So has anybody ever listened to her and figured out how she does that math? Because your girl ain't good at math. But it's just like whenever I buy like 73% ground beef and then I cook it and I don't keep the liquid, I rinse it off. Like, I wonder if I were to plug that in, would that be like 80? Because I know there is usually some fat still on it because like I've strained it and put it in the freezer, and it still does have a little bit of that fat in there. So I don't really know how to plug that in. Like today I've got some roast and it's 12 ounces, so I gotta, I'm gonna plug it in, but I just don't know when something is cooked. Like, we'll just go with my ground meat theory. So if I buy 73% ground beef and I strain off all the fat and rinse it off, then would I plug that in as 80% or 85% or 90%? I mean, how would I go about figuring that kind of thing out? Sometimes eating day Terri really wants to go back and slap meal prep day Terri. So this is what I have. This is what I had stuck on it. 12 ounces of roast. This ain't no roast, but it's this. Now I vaguely remember buying some kind of meat that was already cubed up. I vaguely remember that and cooking that in my cast iron skillet. But I put this down as roast. What I should have put was stew meat, if that's what it is. I don't even know, y'all. I'm telling you. Sometimes eating day Terri just wants to slap the snot out of meal prep day Terri. All right. I've jibber-jabbered long enough. I know I've had a long chat with y'all twice already. So, all right. See you at supper. And it is 10:30 right now. I made it to 10:30. But with this 12 ounces, I know I keep talking to y'all. I keep saying, with this 12 ounces, how my calories are going to be. Okay, bye. Hey, this is also me saying, if you have a YouTube channel, put it down in the comments. And also, if you have a YouTube channel and maybe you're new and you haven't done it, make sure you get the YouTube Studio app. When I just use the YouTube app to answer comments, for some reason, it doesn't put every comment. But in the YouTube Studio app, there's like this little thing at the top, a little bell, and it does let you get to every single comment, but only the one on my phone. When I do it on like on the computer, it only shows comments, and even if I click notifications, I have to be on my phone, because otherwise, like people who reply to comments, the YouTube app and the on my phone and the YouTube Studio app on the computer, it doesn't pop up. So if you've got a YouTube channel and maybe you're on the newer side, make sure you download that YouTube Studio app and use the notifications for your comments. Okay, bye. You guys, I'm gonna have to start selling pictures of my feet. So I went to my I get them mixed up, optometrist, because I see a specialist up in St. Louis, and I wanted to talk to this guy about what some of the options are going to be in the future whenever I go see my ophthalmologist again with my eye, that growth in my eye. Hang on. And so anyway, so I went to see him. I think you can still see. Let me show you this eye. I think it's like right up on the inside. You can see that little white thing. It's a growth. I wish I could do this, but I can't. So I gotta look right at you. Let me see if I can block the Anyway, it's on the colored part of my eye. You should be able to see it. And then this one, they took off already. So it's a little lighter. Anyway, yes, I do. I am. So anyway, but I log it. I log my coffees. I plug them all in. So anyway, so my eye doctor, I went and see the optometrist, and I was telling him how the special stuff that the St. Louis doctor has me on makes my eyes kind of feel gritty. So he wrote a script for these other eye drops. Y'all, with the insurance approval, $600. I said, well, I'm going to have to sell some feet pictures. So if anybody out there, likes to see some ugly looking toes, let me know. I'll sell some I'm just kidding. The cool thing, my eye doctor loves a bargain. I just love him. And so he knows a site that he was able to order. And the first time you get the eye drops, it's free. So I can get the eye drops for free and try them out and just see if they even work. So without having to pay anything. So yeah, but if they work real good, y'all, somebody's going to have to post some links of some websites to where you can sell your feet pictures. Because I might have to sell my feet or my hands. Of course, I don't know if I'm on that Plavix and aspirin. So, and I'm a Keto chewer. So I don't know if they want a picture of these fingertips, but I'd sell them. I don't care. I'll sell a picture of my ear if somebody would pay for it. Okay, anyway, I'll see you later. But yeah, so he can get them for free for the first time. So if they work, then I'll deal with that. But if they don't work, all right, on to the next thing. Anyway, okay, bye. I know I'm chatty today. You just smiled and let me be it. Anyway, I just saw a car and the bumper said, Jesus Christ 2024. And it said, only Jesus can save this nation. I'm like, I was walking by and I read that. I said, amen. It's a good thing nobody was around me, but that's for sure. Only Jesus can save this world. Good night, Gertrude. All right, bye. Okay, I bet this video is an hour long, but I don't know because the thing about the app that I use to record my videos, look, I'm still talking, ain't I? The app that I use, it lets you record in clips and keeps it all together, but you can't like, it saves all the clips. So right now I'm working on a creamy video, so I have like about 20-30 minutes, and I don't know, well, right now it says it's 43 minutes, and I don't know how much of that is the creamy parts that I put in here and how much is from today's video. So that's why I don't like about doing two different things at the same time, but it's all right. I'm doing it. Supper tonight, we got burgers. Now y'all know, I'm warning you now, my lunch was 1,000 calories, so there you go. But I got 3 burgers cut in half. I made them into burger tenders. Instead of chicken tenders, burger tenders. And this is a mixture of G. Hughes barbecue sauce, G. Hughes dipping barbecue sauce. Oh, and some G. Hughes stir fry. It's in the refrigerator. I want to use it up. So this is how I plan on doing it. I'm just going to dip it. Because I'm an animal like that, baby. Alright. For my creamy video later, too, because I had to make this, it's keto chow, cookies and cream, with the equipped chocolate, half and half. Y'all, this texture, mwah, mwah. Anyway, like I said, I'm still debating on what I'm going to do when I run out of it all, but that texture, it's like scoop cake paste. You remember when you're in kindergarten and they let you play with paste? That's the texture I like. Go Terri, go Terri, go keto chow, go keto chow, go equip, go equip. Ooh, ooh, yum yum yum, ooh, ooh, yum yum yum. All right, well, I'm going to let y'all go because I know this is going to be a mile long. I love you. Bye. That's my macros for the day. Ooh, Lordy, look at all that calories. But that's all right. I ain't gonna cry about it. All right. I love you. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.